Welcome to episode 4 of Gambling My Entire Net Worth in 1 week. So far, it's been an escalator straight to hell. I'm in North Carolina trying to win a ring at the World Series of Poker, and I'm using my entire net worth to do it. Gentlemen, I have some bad news. I checked the forecast, and the weatherman said it's supposed to be cold as dick all day. Secondly, there were some unforeseen expenses. My Mac completely shit the bed. I tried troubleshooting, updating the drivers. I got new card readers. Ultimately, I just had to buy a new Mac. Then I kind of needed a place to sleep. And I'm a fat f***. It's a miracle I'm not 400 pounds. Ultimately, the expenses are expensive. It's a good name. It's a good English word for that. We're playing the 1100 today. Starts in now. We should probably get going. Tournaments are brutal. I feel like I've been playing okay. I've ran into it a lot this trip. That needs to turn around soon, or else we're actually going to go bankrupt. We are 3 levels in, and kind of impressively, I've decided to dust half my stack. So, coming back with 16K, got a lot of work to do. This is Corey. Different spelling, same name, but he's crushing it. And here I am, with my dick in my hand, nearly bust. But we're not dead yet. Well, now we are. That sucks. The amount of comments that I got saying, Corey, why don't you show up on time for an event? Here you go. Starting in 10 minutes. I'm early. Not by choice, because I just busted out of the 1100, but hey, when life gives you lemons, you throw them back at the fucking stand and win a tournament. We got here early, so we're deep stacked. That's my specialty. I'm a cash game player. I'm going to use position, try to isolate people that I don't think have brains, at least not very high-functioning ones, and let's try to outplay them post-flop. In level 1, I bluffed off my entire stack into an old man who had trips. Welcome to Bullet 2. To start things off, we look down at pocket sixes in the small blind. Blinds are 200, 300, 300. The cutoff raises to 700, and the button makes the call. That's dead money. I'm an asshole. I make it 3.2K. The cutoff folds, but the button calls once more. Not gonna lie to you, I wanted to take this one down pre-flop, but no worries. When the flop comes down king high, that's an invitation for me to start barreling money in the middle. I'm just gonna pretend like I have one. I toss out 2.2K, the button gets the hell out of Dodge. Let's go, baby. Now we have Jack 10 offsuit in the cutoff. Blinds are up to 200, 400, 400. Middle position player limps. You guys know how I feel about those fuckers. I make it 1.5K. The small blind, big blind, and the middle position player call. So 4 ways to a flop of Jack 10-4 with 2 diamonds. I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me or if we actually just flopped a pair, let alone 2. Action checks to me. I toss out 3K. Now the big blind check jams for 18K. Dog, we have 2 pairs. I'm not folding this hand. Turns out this one's not going to be easy to win. The big blind has ace 10 of diamonds. This is deja vu from yesterday, except this guy actually has more equity. I'm ready to pack my things up and never return to Cherokee because I have not been winning these. But for once, the turn and river go brick. That happened so quick. I didn't even get a chance to record it. That happened like within 2 seconds. I was fumbling my phone. I was like, shit, fuck. I just dropped it. Took like 4 pictures of the run out. I can't believe we actually held. For once. To quote Apollo, this might be what might be to turn into a run, which could be a run. I don't fucking know what he says, but this could be the one. Really premature to say that, but we finally have a stack early on. That's all you can ask for. We open a few hands, chip down to 32K. Then we look down at King Jack offsuit in the cutoff. I open a 1.2K. The button, small blind, and big blind make the call. Flop comes King 7-4 rainbow. The big blind, who's 85 years old, leads for 2K. It's already sketch, but I flop top pair. I'm not going anywhere just yet. The button comes along as well, so 3 of us go to a turn card, which makes this board a lot uglier, to be honest with you. The big blind doesn't seem to give a shit. He continues piling money in the middle, and with a player left to act, and this guy being old enough to receive Social Security, I'm not inclined to continue. I fold. Then we catch a punt with Jack 9 of spades. This guy triple-barreled 9 deuce offsuit. You gotta respect it. That's the Cherokee we know and love. Now here's where things get dicey. We have King Jack offsuit on the button. Blinds are 500, 1K, 1K. Hijack opens to 2.5K, and the cutoff makes the call. Our stack is around 35K. We're not deep enough to call, so I think fold most of the time, but I think our hand has properties to mix as a 3-bet bluff. This time I click that button. I make it 10K. The original ones are tanks. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna rip it in my throat. Thankfully, he folds. Then the cutoff, I didn't even realize he only has like 6K behind. So I'm like, oh no. Now he tanks, shrugs, and flicks in the call. I'm like, oh my god, that's horrible. Now we're going off to a run out against ace-7 of spades for like a 20-something K pot against a guy who didn't even want to be in here to begin with. And we flop a jack. We're flopping pairs today, dude. We're running. Then we have ace-jack all in versus ace-10, and we somehow chop. Lucky son of a bitch. Then we lose a flip with ace-queen against ducks. Quackity-quack. Then we have queens. We win a big all-in versus king-9 of hearts. Thank God. Our stack is up to 55.7K. This is the first time all tournament where I've had an above average stack, let alone nearly double it. Here comes the hand of the entire circuit. Blinds are up to 600, 1200, 1200. We have ace-king of hearts in middle position with a 60K starting stack, just under. Under the gun 1 raises to 3K. I bump it up to 8K, and under the gun 1 calls. Heads up to a flop of king 10-8 with 2 spades and a diamond. I toss out 7.5K. This guy thinks about it for a little bit, then proceeds with a call. Still going up to a turn card, which comes with 7 of diamonds. Now there's 2 flush draws on board. This 7 actually shouldn't change much. I don't expect this player to be opening Jack 9 from early position. If he is, God bless his soul. I think what's more likely is this card actually gives him a lot more equity with a hand like 10-9, 9-8, King Jack, stuff like that. Plus, there's 2 flush draws on board, so we can very easily have a hand like Ace Queen of Diamonds, Ace Jack of Diamonds, Ace 9 of Diamonds. Hands of that nature that pick up additional equity and now are a very large draw. If I had a draw, we want to maximize fold equity. I have around 44,000 in my stack. The pot's less than that. I don't care. I'm all in. This guy goes into the tank for a calendar year. I'm really praying for a call. Come on. This player makes the call. He shows ace deuce of spades. He has nothing but a flush draw. His ace outs are dead because we have an ace as well. All we have to fade is a spade. If we win this pot, we will be chip leading this event. We will have one of the biggest stacks out of the 300 players that remain. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Come on, dealer. One time.
I don't want to do it, bro. I do not want to do it for you. Let's go. What am I doing?
No, I'm not mad at you, obviously. Obviously, dude. Good luck.
I'm down 8K in tournaments. I'm down 10K total.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's not. It's a pretty penny.
Yeah, you're almost down to nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, it was a decision you made. I don't think I would have admitted to gambled my last $20,000 on tournaments.
I mean, it's risk I'm willing to take. It's a calculated decision for business. I'll be okay.
Yeah. So your videos and no marks that you posted another one tonight.
None of you guys know this, but this is a story about how I started playing poker to begin with. I have 2 older brothers. My older brother, Kevin, used to play poker professionally. He was an animal. I had no idea until recently, but he was a crusher. Poker stars, full tilt, you name it. He's much older than me. He's 35, 36. I don't know. He's withered. He's getting up there. When I was 8 years old, I'd be running around the house half naked. Kevin would yell, Corey, come play this hand for me. I'd be like, okay. He used to tell me, Corey, if you pick up anything other than aces, just fold. If you pick up aces, just go all in. So here I am, 8 years old. I'm looking at 4 tables, petrified. Kevin's no longer in the room, so he's doing ungodly things to the toilet. I'm all alone. Dink! We have a hand. I look at the screen, Queen 4 offsuit. I click the fold button. Most exhilarating 7 seconds of my life. Then Kevin would come back, be like, hey, get the fuck out of my chair. I'd be like, hey, dude, what the okay, all right. Fast forward a decade, Kevin took me to a casino called Chasers in Salem, New Hampshire, which is where the first vlogs on my channel were recorded. I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for that place. They don't let me film anymore, so fuck them. It's a love-hate, whatever. But yeah, I got into poker from my older brother. I texted him about the ace-king hand today, and he said, dude, if you think you're running bad, you have no idea. He sent me something that changed my perspective entirely. He was at the final table of a tournament with $220,000 for first. 5 people remained. He had ace-jack, all in pre-flop against king 9. The flop came queen 10-8. So now the opponent has even less outs, because any king, any 9 give Kevin a straight. The only way the opponent can win is if a jack comes out. The turn was a brick, and the river was a jack. That was for nearly all the chips, and Kevin busted in 5th place for $52,000. That's a $170,000 swing from 3 outs on the river. Variance is fucking brutal. Just goes to show you, there's always you always think that you have it the worst and that no one else in life understands what you're going through. There's always someone who has it worse, and there's always stuff that you're taking for granted that you're just not calculating into the equation. I walked out of the casino today. As I was leaving, there was another reminder that I have it pretty good. Here's a perspective for you. There was an old dude using a cane. You could have given that guy a mushroom speed boost gummy. Still taking him 10 minutes to get to his car. The fact that I can bust a tournament and walk out in anger is a blessing. I can walk. My point, we take shit for granted, including me. So even though tournaments aren't going great, life is still pretty damn good. I'm healthy, young, in America. Who gives a shit? And this is something that I love to do. It's gonna work out. I have a YouTube channel. That's a nice base. I really like to make videos. I like to play poker. It's such a first world problem. I'll sleep in my car if I have to. I'll cook food. I'll make ends meet. It's a good story. I just want to live for a story. I'd rather do this, fail, than go work a 9-to-5 corporate job that I fucking hate, that kills my soul every single day of the week, where I'm literally working to aid someone else's dream and someone else's vision. I'm not wired like that. I'm so, it's kind of narcissistic and selfish to say, but it just eats me alive if I'm not pursuing my dreams. Because I have 80 years on this earth, and I'll be damned if I waste it pursuing something that I'm not invested in. Long tangent to say, yes, we got boned today for the chip lead, but it's gonna be all right. Tomorrow is the main event. It's a $1,700 buy-in, and my brother bought 10%. So if there's ever a tournament to ship, it's gonna be this one. Thank you so much as always, and let's get some rest, go win ourselves a fucking tournament.